my hard drive decided to crash on me. Just can't access the files. Freaking out a little bit, not gonna lie. New work supplies, a Manfrotto plate because it's always great to have extras. Got these new T-handles because they keep coming out of my combos. New screws for the Manfrotto plates because apparently some of these are longer. This bag to carry more gear when I'm on the run. Got a new hard drive and some new earphones because I'm tired of not having them with me when I need it. This week we started by packing the van because we were actually going to head up to Bakersfield. Now we were going to be shooting some live concerts and this is by Los Hermanos Mendoza, of course. Took advantage of the time and got to film a YouTube video. Stay tuned. What should be the first light that you buy when you're getting into filmmaking? After packing the van, we had a rental to pick up with the homies at Bad Neighbors Studios. Got home and started prepping the cameras, and honestly, man, it's so hard working out of this corner. We did take the Sony FX6. I like taking the GoPro A7 IV V-mount kit, 2875, 70 to 180, extra monitor, and here's my FX3, which was gonna be on a slider. We did a quick stop at Canvas Grip to pick up some 4x4 open frames and some 4x4 floppies, as well as a black-white ultra bounce. This thing is like my favorite thing now. All right, so we're done shooting. We had about 4 cameras. I think it was pretty good. There were some really sick colored flares in the back. Yeah, pretty excited now. Got to use that new Easy rig. Shout out to Bad Neighbor. Just gotta drive back to San Diego in about 4 hours. But yeah, let's keep going. We literally got home like at 2 a.m. Woke up in the morning and just went straight into coloring this footage because I wanted to see what I had gotten, and honestly I was pretty happy with the results. Now I did have a prep call as we were going to be gaffing the next day, so wanted to get ready and dialed in with everything that we needed for the day. Is that like the photo you sent me, is that how wide we're going?
No, not necessarily. Like, so mid shot.
The biggest thing about running your production house, working as a gaffer, someone that brings their own gear, is that you have to keep updating the gear. And I guess this falls more on the being a gaffer with kit, because as a production house, a lot of them, they just rent the gear. You don't really have to own any gear, but it costs money. So I picked up another Angler softbox. I already have one of these, and I picked up an Aputure one that's still not here. That one's probably coming tomorrow, I think. And the thing is, my Parapop, which was my favorite softbox, it just got like shredded. It started missing the spokes, the little things that make it pop open. And the other day I tried using it and I was missing like 5 of them. So now it's like not even a real softbox, yeah? So I need this tool for work, and it's just wear and tear. So at this point, even though, yes, we're charging, we're making money, we still have to keep up with our equipment. So yeah, kind of sucks. But we gotta do it. But now we got more soft boxes, so it'll be cool. Sweet. Blow and smell, of course. Always great to test gear. This does not come with an actual grid, so I'm gonna have to purchase a grid for this. And grids are just very important because you just need to be able to control that light spill, and not having it in a softbox makes it harder to use. So I would have to set up a floppy or something else to avoid the spread out of this. So yeah, that sucks. Another purchase. I have a lot of things to do. Just to give you guys a little bit of an update, we shot 2 interviews last week that I still have to edit. These are kind of podcast style, 3 cameras. We are shooting 1 more tomorrow. This is with another client. But this one I don't have to edit anything, it's just shoot and upload, which these are some of the best gigs when you don't have to worry about post. So yeah, I've been very busy. It comes like that. It does, like right now I have, next week I pretty much have nothing. I had 1 inquiry, 2 inquiries that I'm still kind of waiting to hear back. But as it is, I have a lot of free time, and what I've been trying to do now is that free time I want to work on passion projects. I have a couple documentaries or short pieces that I kind of been wanting to produce. So I might push and pull the trigger and just get them done next week. We'll see. Hopefully, sometimes things just pop up last minute. So yeah, today, the goal for today is I have to prep all my equipment. Van is a mess. The shelf I installed about a couple weeks ago, it's like bending. So yeah, that's not gonna work out. I need to find a solution for it because it's really helping me keep the C stands and all the grippage just in a shelf-like thing, and gives me more space in the van. So I'm like this close to just pulling the trigger on a bigger van because it's starting to get really annoying and it's starting to slow me down and it's making me do more work in terms of like putting things away and all that. As you saw, I had to pull out a bunch of gear that I don't need for tomorrow, so I'm okay without it. But it's just, this is happening more and more and more, and I want a van where I don't have to worry about anything. So at the studio, dropping off a lot of equipment, I'm gonna now head over to spend some family time as I handle more admin stuff and emails that I gotta reply, invoices that I gotta send out, and that tends to be a lot of the job. Today was literally no shoot day, and all I handled was rentals, returning, picking up rentals, prepping the van, and now I gotta do some admin, and hopefully I get to do a little bit of editing. I don't think I will. Tomorrow is a short day. Let's get it. This is actually the light dome, the biggest one that they have. I think it's 150 or something. It's called, but the bag ripped. The zipper on it really sucked. And now I have this camper kind of camping tent bag for it. So I might need it tomorrow. Let's take it. My father-in-law is actually a contractor and he's amazing at working on stuff. He was able to put this shelf together with some 2x4s and attach it to the floor, which now it's actually been lasting much longer, and it's been a huge help that this shelf is now potentially gonna live here and be able to work out. This is all the gear we had in there. We finished packing the camera and lenses because we had to get to set tomorrow morning pretty early. Now in the morning, I did realize it didn't have the Pro aim cart and I had to lug a ton of gear into this location. So I had to do a quick pit stop at the studio so we can throw the cart in the van. It fit really well with the Pelican cases. Now here's a quick look at our lighting scheme. It was just a 2x2 Amarants and a huge light dome. Can't show anything else because this was basically NDA. So my hard drive decided to crash on me, and I think it has something to do with the monitor that stopped working the other day. I don't know if it was like an outage or something happened, there's power surge. But yeah, my hard drive that has actually very important stuff is not getting mounted on my Mac. And after a couple of videos that I've seen, it seems like I'm gonna try it on Windows, and then I'm gonna try one of these data recovery websites. The hard drive is moving, it's turning on, I can see it here, but I just can't access the file, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it. Freaking out a little bit, not gonna lie, because this is the worst feeling ever, and this is exactly why you gotta back up everything. Yeah, so now I'm more seriously looking at other forms of backing up data, but I have to post some upload the footage of today. It was just a shoot and deliver, and they wanted a quick turnaround time, so I'm gonna get that set up, but now I'm really trying to figure this drive out beforehand. So yeah, about to head to the studio, gotta pack for tomorrow. Tomorrow we are actually lighting for a commercial. It's actually like a training video is what we're doing, but it's actually at a courthouse, so that's gonna be interesting. Until then, I gotta figure this out before I go crazy, so let's go. I spent a little bit over an hour and a half actually trying to troubleshoot this hard drive. I came to my studio because I actually have a PC here. I saw some videos saying that sometimes the PC recognizes when the Mac doesn't recognize the hard drive. And you know, I think I'm just giving up at this point. I found a local person that actually works with hard drives. I was looking at shipping it to Virginia, and you know, it's just crazy, man. Like, when you least expect it. I literally had 2 projects, hadn't edited anything, hadn't touched my computer. I was busy, and I was about to back up what I just shot today. I said I'm gonna go back this up. Oh, and I'll go ahead and back everything up onto another drive just so I have that and start editing it. And literally the drive wasn't recognized today, and I'm realizing this has something to do most likely with that monitor. So hopefully it's just a quick, I don't know, fuse board swap that they can do, and I can get all my media that's on that drive. Yeah, this sucks, but more stress on top of what I already gotta do. Again, I mean, we've been working pretty much all day. This is the real life of freelancing and trying to grow an agency. But okay, let's get the van ready because tomorrow we're gaffing. Let's go.
quick update. We just made it a set. I dropped off the hard drive and the guy is gonna call me. He said he might call me today to tell me the diagnostic. So hoping everything is fine with it and I can just pull those files off. Huge lesson learned here, but yeah, let's get to the day and let's go ahead and light. We just ran 3 600Ds. One was on a roller with the big 150 dome for a key. We threw an orange light back there so we can do some form of special light and some floppies for control. Now I was able to fit all this on a rock and roller with 2 600s and pretty much everything, combo C stands that I needed. It was pretty small, minimal amount of gear, but enough to make it work.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus, this is Joe here at the company Advanced Data Solutions. About that unit you brought in for data recovery, wanted to talk to you about it. Good time or bad time? There's a good slant, the good positive slant. The job, it is complicated, but it could lead to a good positive ending. That's what I'm kind of reading and understanding here.
So we didn't get a final answer on this day. They just said they needed to look more and work more on the drive, but of course, as you heard, there's a great chance of getting it. I ended up getting my last softbox, which is the new Aputure Dome, their new version 3, which has this like quick release, and it's not as quick because it's a little bit heavier and sturdier to get to, but I guess that's a good thing. Maybe more signs that it's going to last much longer, hopefully. And I actually got that grid that I thought I didn't get it. I also got the suction cup because I'm trying to level up these vlogs and get those rolling shots inside the car.
All right, so we just went to Harbor Freight and I just picked up a couple things. They had an actual sale. It ends on the 18th today. But these were $3 and I got these because I'm already using one of these for some frames, but I'm also like, having more now. I won't know what's what, so I bought a paint marker there as well. And essentially I just had like a ton of like straps and rope and things over here, and I wanted to organize it so I know what's what. And when I call someone, when I'm working with someone, I'm like, hey, go get the rope that's in the bag, or bring me a strap so we could use the menace arm, or you know, stuff like that. So I like having things organized. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I also did pick up this case. Now the idea is also to make the 3 or 4 mini cases like the 60X, and then I have another smaller case with smaller of these, and I want to put those all on one case because I feel like I'm always running back and forth for things, and just minimize the space that I need. Instead of having to fit 3 Pelicans or so, little Pelicans, I can now put them all in this bigger one and I can carry more things. You can kind of see